Can a solar panel solve the JL and Gladiator battery issues? We're definitely gonna find out. Today, we have Tom and Dave from Cascadia 4x4 in the house, and they've brought down these amazing new generation of their hood-mounted solar panels. That majority of them are vehicle specific, so they'll follow your body lines and not look like you just ordered it from Amazon and slapped it on. And they're also Canadian. I'm gonna allow them to go on with the install while I learn, because we've all had problems with our Jeep batteries. My last one got 2 batteries while I owned it, and 1 battery's already been changed since Mike bought it off me. This, I've had once where it acted up, but so far it hasn't done much. It's only got 8,000 kilometers on it, but it's about to be getting to use in the next month or so. It's going out and it's gonna get beaten to shit. So I'll turn over to the expertise of the people that designed the product, and we're gonna learn some things today. So get out your pad and paper, start writing shit down.
Hey there, I'm Tom, this is Dave. We're from Cascadia 4x4 based in Squamish, BC. And we're here to install the VSS System 2.0 hood-mounted solar panel system for the Jeep JL Wrangler. We're bringing this product to the world in 2025, and I'd like to just talk about a couple of the changes we made versus our version 1.0. So we made the solar panel system completely removable using our patented system of dual lock that we call Solar Clasp. And with a combination of this arranged in a perimeter around the solar panel and this foam, we're able to make it removable and also give it standoff distance from the hood, which aids in cooling of the solar panel. And as we all know, cooler solar panels work better. Basically, that is a reclosable fastener, and this pattern is mirror imaged on the hood of the vehicle, which allows it to be completely removable by just unclicking it and clicking it on. But it also makes it extremely well held on there. So for 2025 in the new VSS 2.0, we also have redesigned our charge controller unit. So this is now a 15 amp charge controller instead of the previous version, which was 10 amp. And this has a Bluetooth app that we've developed, the Cascadia Tether app, which allows you to program the controller, set it for different battery types, and adjust the low voltage cutoff for your 12 volt accessory port, which is an add-on for the system here. So that's a plug and play 12 volt charging kit. You can use that to charge your fridge, your power generators like a Jackery or something, and power everything straight through our system. Step 1 is to install the vinyl template, which basically acts as a template for the dual lock that mirror images the template on the solar panel, which allows everything to line up perfectly. So step 1 is to install the vinyl, and the first thing you need to make sure of is that your hood is really, really clean. So isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber, and just scrub.
Exactly how I bathe at home.
That's why you're so clean.
Exactly.
So yeah, just make sure you get all the residue and gunk off there. I'd actually recommend washing the vehicle first, but this one is already clean.
We made sure to do that this morning.
Awesome. Oh, I wish everyone did that.
Yeah. Who needs blood flow to perform anyway, right guys?
Yeah, so basically this goes on the hood, and then this tells you exactly where to put the dual lock. When we do our manufacturing process in Squamish, we use our own set of templates, which tells us exactly where these go, and then all the customer has to do is match it up with what they put on their hood, and it'll work perfectly every time. Slight procedure getting this thing off of the back sheet. You just need to make sure you wet the back of it with dish soap as you peel it off. The next step, soap hood. Soap the hood, and use more than you think you need. Good. You guys see this looking good?
Yeah, I think that's looking good.
All right, so now you have your Cascadia 4x4 vinyl squeegee.
That you'll keep forever when you put on all your stickers.
Yeah. Start in the center and lightly work your way outwards. And the purpose of this initial pass is to just get it stuck down without moving it. Because if you go too hard at the start, you will actually move the vinyl. Now that you've done that, it's a good idea just to wipe off all the excess. And this just allows you to see the vinyl a little bit better for the next steps. Now that you can see what you're doing a little bit better because the soap's gone, you want to do a higher pressure pass, keeping it low angle. You just want to make sure you get all the soap, all the bubbles out from under there. Usually when it surfaces, it'll come out through the slot holes. Heat gun, I personally think this is a pretty critical step. We've let the adhesion promoter dry. You need to pull out your dual lock strips. So the dual lock that we put on the solar panel is actually different from the dual lock that goes on the hood. They're different stem densities, kind of complicated, but that's just the way it produces the strongest bond, and we wanted nothing less than the strongest bond on this product.
Yes. Considerably.
You want to grab the aforementioned dual lock and literally just do your best job to line it up and put it in the slot. It's time to put the solar panel on. And the principle behind lining it up is pretty simple. Lay it on loosely and just align it so you can't see the vinyl around the edge. Okay, so once you've got the solar panels lined up and you can't see any of the vinyl showing, it's time to press them on. So the way the dual lock attaches is just by applying force. And I recommend pushing it down along the edge until you hear an audible click.
So satisfying.
And then once you're done that, do it again. And you might find another one. So next step, after you have the solar panels fully mounted, is to pass the wires through the gap at the top of the hood. So the point of lining up those cables after passing them through the hood is now you know exactly where your first two cable tie mounts are going to go. We use a system of cable tie mounts along the flat leading edge of the hood there, or tailing edge, that hold these cables in place, and it stops the cable from changing shape or getting longer or shorter when you open and close the hood. So now we know that one cable tie mount is going to go there and one cable tie mount is going to go there. So now we'll just clean it with isopropyl alcohol and let it dry, add adhesive promoter, and stick the cable tie mounts on. So here's our MPPT solar Bluetooth charge controller that Dave was talking about earlier. I already cleaned this with alcohol and applied adhesion promoter. Now it's time to attach the VHB tape that comes with it onto the back. Okay, so peel off the yellow back sheet. Get this lined up as well as you can. Again, this has been cleaned and adhesion promoted. There we go. Press it on, get rid of any bubbles. And that's ready to attach. So we've found the spot for our charge controller. We've run our cables and attached them with zip ties to the cable tie mounts. Now it's time to mount the charge controller. We tested this location by opening and closing the hood. Make sure you can see the Cascadia 4x4 logo.
100%.
Most important part of the install. And then just lay it on, and it's on. Attach these to a positive and negative on the battery.
Yep.
This is our 1 meter long SAE cable to ring terminals that come with all of our charge controllers. So now we've attached the ring terminals to the battery, and now it's time to take the SAE connector and attach it to the battery cable on the charge controller and just connect it. So we'll clean these battery cables up in a second here. Crucial step here with the solar panel wiring. So because this is a dual panel system, we want to connect them together in series before we put them into the charge controller. So in order to do that, really simple. You just take the one either negative or positive MC4 connector from one of the cables and attach it into the other solar panel's MC4 connector. So you're just left with a positive and a negative. Now it's connected in series. Find the MC4 connectors on the charge controller and just connect the two empty MC4 connectors. And you've just made a series connection. So now the voltages of the solar panels will add up and you'll be producing the full 90 watts of power. And now is a really good time to note that there's a Bluetooth app that everyone that uses our charge controller should be using. It's called Cascadia Tether, available on Android and iOS App Store. And you'll want to set that app up right when you install the charge controller, because you need to choose your battery type. I'd say leave everything disconnected until you have the app downloaded. Oh, it's charging.
Bulk charge. Where the hell is it getting that light from?
Amazing, eh? Yeah, 0.0 watts inside.
Okay, we're not doing a good job of charging indoors, but that's not the point. We will go outside and try this. All right, now that we're outside and it's one of those rare days we have sun out, not full sun, it's still overcast, we're gonna see how much of God's electricity we're stealing right now. Let's bring the app back up. Currently, we just got out here, it's overcast, we're doing 43 volts, 13 watts, and currently 0.3 amps of current is going to our battery with the car off from the solar panel. And it's climbing, it's already at 45, it's gonna probably keep going based on where these clouds hold the sun right now. We're now charging at 18 watts. Oh, you can feel the sun getting warmer because it's coming out from a cloud right now. Now we're at 22.8. Look at this, guys. Can you see? It's climbing. Clouds are moving right now. I'm gonna have to swing by church and donate for all this. 34 watts. Keeps going. Well, I can tell you right now, my little battery is not gonna leave me stranded now. So if you've learned anything today, people, don't rely on the dealership to solve your battery problems that you keep having because of that tiny little motorcycle battery. Take matters into your own hands and let the Canadians fix it for you with these lovely solar panels that also provide extra horsepower to your alternator. That's pretty awesome. So we've done a lot today with putting this solar panel on and showing you the adhesive process and the cleaning and all the stuff. But all in all, this is a very simple process that anybody can do at home, not out in the sun, in your garage or over cover carport. And this will, one, protect your battery, not just from dying from a faulty design from the factory, but if you're running a fridge in the back, or if you've got some accessories going and you're camping for a couple days, this will make sure that you didn't have to invest in a massive red arc system for your needs, when most of us are not bringing that many electronics with us. I pretty much only travel with a small fridge, and then sometimes I bring an EcoFlow and a Keurig machine, but for the most part, I don't really bring anything else with me. I run some rock lights at the campsite, so it's got a nice ambiance, you know, really sets the mood for the wife. Now, you may be telling me, I've never heard of this company before. That's not true. I guarantee you've seen this before. You've seen this in videos, you've seen this on other people's Jeeps, you just didn't know where it came from. This is the best and always evolving flipping license plate called the Flipster. And we've always stocked them. We put them on every Jeep that doesn't have a spot to put the license plate, because up in Canada, it's legal. We're super happy they came down to show us this product. We're not gonna waste your time and theirs with putting it on the white Jeep on film. We can do that later in the evening. Let's just say, we're one step closer to getting out and having some fun in the woods. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below. If you have any questions on this product, feel free to reach out to them. We'll put the Links in the bottom of the description of the video, or by all means you can call us. I'll figure it out somehow. Get out there in the sun and have fun.
So we're gonna put this in, we're gonna cut this piece out, then we'll glue it all together, and then we'll just staple it back together.
I prefer JB Weld.
JB Weld.
Over staples?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Better.
I like that.
I like that.
I would love to see Mike try and staple a body panel back on
Oh,
though.
I could do it. I could do it. I'd find something to do it. There's staples out there. There's big staples out there.